Ooh, what's this then? Blue dot here. Here's a gang car. A drug car, more or less. Okay. Assault and RS. I know that.
One of our peoples needs help.
Of course, fucking family members are gonna start.
Hey, cover me right now. Are you dead, nigga? Kill this fool. Where you gonna go now? Man, I'll fuck you up. Shit. I need some homies over here. Strapping up. You a buster for real.
Right, wow.
You piece of shit.
We'll take the gang car. Fuck it. So yeah, this is one of the few cars you can come across that are involved in drug money. So seeing that we've now just done this, I say now we have access to this car, and maybe that's something we'll do, is depending on what ones we come across, we will buy ourselves one and then take it into our garage. So this is what we're going to do. Is just before we put this car, deliver this car, we're gonna end up buying a Sultan RS if we can. We don't have to, we can find one, but Sultan RSs. Actually, I don't even think this is a Sultan RS. Yeah, it is a Sultan RS, okay. Cool. It is a Karen Sultan RS after all. I think it's a Sultan RS because the difference between a Sultan and a Sultan RS is the RS has the roll cage and the Sultan just doesn't. One of the main areas you can get a Sultan from is from the arena, so we can either buy one or we can... Yeah, so we can either buy one or instead we can go find one thing I want to do is I'm just going to take a couple of screenshots just so I know what I'm doing. There we go. So let's go back to the arena. That's where the Sultan RSs are located, and I will see you there in a bit. Okay, so here we are, back in our stomping grounds. Now, seeing that we are at nighttime, always good to just have a little check with what cars could be spawning. So let's have a look. No Sultan RSs here, fortunately. God damn it. There's literally a ramp up there we can go up. Just trying to be lazy. Damn. No Sultan RSs on this fucking... On this go. I'm not surprised, to be quite honest. It's typically how it is. So next up, we're just going to head back because we're already kind of close to ending the session here. I know we haven't really done much, but this is how it's going to be. Is we're just looking for gang cars. It's going to be more of a relaxed, you know, ongoing series. We're not going to be getting into many, you know, gang fights unless we really fuck off some gang members by stealing their cars or whatever. But this is typically how it's going to go down. The Vargos have been providing us a lot of vehicles recently. Nothing. God damn. That's insane. 2:30 a.m. Okay. So that's all the same around here too, dude. Interesting. Green Mini. That's not a bad shout. That's one I've come across before as a Green Mini.
Get the fuck out of our turf. You know where the fuck you at?
See, that's interesting. So
What you doing?
they don't get hostile when you take a, I guess you could call it a normal civilian car, but if you take one of their gang cars, it kind of makes sense. But another, oh dude, come on, that is stingy as fuck. And a baller's gonna get into it as well. Oh, come on. It's been tornadoes for fucking days. I'm gonna avoid it for the time being. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid it just on the basis that we've already got 4 tornadoes. I know it's one of those things where it's like, take what you've been given, but I can't afford to be too stingy. But we've got this Green Mini here, so we can class it as a family's Mini, I guess. That's basically what it is, modern day Mini. Can't just keep taking tornadoes because we're not getting anywhere. Good spin. But yeah, again, nothing else besides that. Okay. Bad looking car. Okay, right, well, we're gonna take this car back to the lockup then, because really isn't much we can do besides that. Not as good as the last session, but you know what? We managed to grab ourselves a couple of cars, and also technically unlocked the Sultan RS for us as well, so that isn't such a bad, you know, thing either. It has kind of upped our percentage just a little bit in terms of the cars that we've got. The only thing is now is we gotta find a Sultan to then turn to a Sultan RS, so yeah. Not a massive failure on today's session, but it has been kind of successful. Sorry. The Glendale is a car we could possibly take later on down the line. My question, yeah, Karen Sultan.
Yo, what's good, my nigga? Word? That's word.
That isn't the Sultan though, is it?
Yo, bitches out here scammers, bro. I'm trying to
Maybe it's on Benny's? Let's see. There it is, for 12,000. I would like to take it, but I want to try and find it first. So yeah, so, and also the Voodoo as well. A Voodoo is the car that we can also take. We can find that in Blaine County. Obviously, that's the classic baller car for San Andreas, so we can take that as well. But yeah, mainly what we're looking for is the Manana, the Peyote, or the Peyote. And so the 3 common cars is Peyote, the Manana, and the Tornado that's here. There it is, right there. But you know what? Just for one final run, because I'm a fucking loser and I want to try and prove something. So we're going to go back to the hoods one last time, and we're going to try and find ourselves a nice looking gang car. And if not, I'm going to turn off my fucking game, turn off OBS, and I'm going to go lie in bed, and I'm going to cry. So we start setting up for the other cars that have different other gangs with their own cars, especially the Korean mob and the guys that you come across when you're doing missions for Franklin, like the rednecks, I guess you could say, and call them. So those cars are going to be quite interesting. Now the rednecks, the cars are quite easy to come by. They're not super difficult, but that's going to be a whole, whole different kettle of fish. We're going to probably have to have a garage up north in Blaine County and then deal with, deal with that end up north, because there's no way that I'm going to be taking cars from Blaine County and then taking them all the way down south to Los Santos. No fucking way. I am very curious to know is if we head up to whereabouts would it be? So where the airport is, there is a Los Santos Customs. Now, at the Los Santos Customs, there's a select few cars that can spawn and have custom modifications on them. I'll try and pop it up on the screen if I can. I'm going to try and edit these videos a lot more than I did with my 100% a takeover on GTA San Andreas, because that's more of just like a, here's gameplay. This is going to be more like a analysis kind of like series, Even though it's chilled out, we're going to be taking it more seriously in terms of like, analysis and whatnot. But there's a select amount of cars that can spawn in car parks of Los Santos Customs, and basically it could be like a Turbo Saber or like a Gauntlet or whatever. There's like a certain select cars that can spawn in front of the this Los Santos Customs and other Los Santos Customs as well, and typically they end up spawning right there where that little shelter is. But fucking hell, the fence panel went absolutely fucking flying. Sadly, not today. Yeah, let's go in a bit of overtime. And let's head up to other locations in the area that we can go to that typically have a car that could spawn. I think one of the investments that I'm going to do as well is I'm probably going to grab myself not the chop shop, but the I think it's the chop shop. I don't know what it is. It's the car workshop where customers bring in their cars and you can do missions. Well, you can then soup up their cars basically and deliver their cars. But sometimes there will be cars that get delivered to you that need to be souped up that you can buy. You can buy all of them if you wanted to. They come at a very expensive price, and basically what's that? Either that's it's a security van. We're not gonna fuck around with security vans. Maybe if I was desperate for money, which I'm not. The area where cars can spawn at quite rare. And funny enough, they're quite close to Eclipse Boulevard, which is down here. So we're just gonna roll on by. And I'll show you the location of where sometimes where certain rare cars can spawn. Typically rare cars can spawn in this car park here, and they're not super rare, but they're modified versions of different cars that you can get.
Watch it.
Like this car, for instance, you can see this car. That's I think that it's that car, but you can see a modified version of it being driven around at like 2 or 3 a.m. So that's one of the rare cars you can come across. So it is cars that we are going to be picking up that aren't gang affiliated. You know, there are rare cars that you can come across that are just being driven by NPCs. But mainly our priority is those gang cars. So we're just gonna quickly head down to this Los Santos Customs to see if there's any particular no, nothing here either. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for tuning in on this session. Apologies if it does seem a bit of a mess with like organization and stuff like that in terms of like what is and what isn't. I think in the next session, what I'm going to do is before the actual session starts, is I'm going to go through the list of rules and what we're going to do in terms of the gang cars that we go across. But regardless to that, I hope you guys enjoyed. Please comment, like, and subscribe. It'll help a lot. I will see you guys in the next session. This is probably going to be something we're going to be doing for a while, so please stick around. And if you like this content, then please do subscribe. It'd be obviously lovely if you could. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next session. Thank you.